Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, step right up. It's time for comic disclosure. Two clowns talking an incredible amount of bullshit, and neither of them will ever prove any of this. It's the Comic Disclosure Show, where two clowns talk a whole lot of bullshit and have zero proof for any of this. Hosted by your two favorite cosmic clowns, Davey, Clowncock, and Clowny No Good. Let's get into it, friends.
Well, greetings and salutations, friends. It's time to go down the rabbit hole. And oh, what a crazy rabbit hole it is! Yeah. Filled with lies and deception, half-truths and bullshit. And two greedy clowns who only care about money. See, they want to tell their bullshit stories with no proof. They've got no proof for any of this. But that didn't stop them from collecting hundreds of thousands of dollars for their bullshit stories. All they care about, these greedy clowns, is cash. It's time to go down the rabbit hole, it is. And oh, what a crazy rabbit hole it is. See, these two greedy clowns thought they could tell fake stories for money. And they made hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars selling this bullshit. They'll never prove any of this. They got no proof. All they can do is lie, my friends. And they may have been hired by the deep state to muddy the waters into serious research of these topics. That's right, these clowns are hired guns. Welcome to the rabbit hole, friends. Watch.
I'm your host, and I'm here with an insider who claims to have worked in the secret space program. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, one of the things that was very fascinating to me early along was getting access to this insider, Daniel. He called his project Phoenix 3. He claims to have worked at Brookhaven National Labs on Montauk Point, Long Island. Most people call it the Montauk Project. And as I said, it was a seat from a UFO hooked up to a very powerful set of transformers, and the person operating the chair, it would amplify their psychic ability, and they could manifest things in the room or create a portal that would take somebody through space or time. Is that what happens based on your knowledge, or is there something else that happens?
In my personal case, I was involved in what they called the 20 and back program. And it was explained early on that I would serve 20 years and then, as strange as it sounds, be age regressed and brought back to the original point in time that I left and deposited back into my life with the give or take a few minutes of the time I left.
But there's a problem, because you've aged 20 years while you're out there in space.
Right. And what happens is at the end of your 20 years, and in my case it was more like 21, they take you back to the Lunar Operation Command, where you go through a massive debriefing, sign more papers, and then they take you and put you in a table and they sedate you. And basically paralyze your body to where you cannot move. You have to be completely still throughout the process. And they put up these thin, almost like cardboard boards. You're strapped to like this kind of like a foam support, and then they put these like similar and look like weight, the way they were handling them, to like cardboard like boards around the shape of your body. And the process took about 2 weeks. And in this time period, they somehow technologically regressed your body back to 20 years to the time of when you joined. And during this time, some people had gotten tattoos, scars, injuries that would disappear, and
Really?
you would be regressed back. People that have been put through this, when they've been back in, after they've been deposited back into their previous life, or this life that we know here, and they're undergoing hypnosis or memory regression, they'll have scars appear on their body during the process that will appear and then go away. Or tattoos, outlines of red scar tattoos that will appear for a short period of time and then go away. And it's some sort of cellular memory that's happening.
You didn't know this when you came forward, but many years ago, all the way back around 2000, I had read a really weird book online called The Mars Records. And it was a guy, and at the time there was no other data I had to correlate with this, but it didn't sound like he was lying. Just intuitively, it didn't feel like it was wrong. He was describing being in exactly what you're talking about now, the secret space program. He only got very slight memories of being around Mars, having some kind of psychic killing that he could do, a psychic termination technique involving telekinesis that he was very good at. He would fry people's synapses. And he reported that at the end of the assignment that he had in the 1970s, that he went through a 20-year age regression. That they brought him back to the time that he left. He'd worked for 20 years, and they age regressed him. This is exactly what you said. Were you familiar with people getting some kind of psychic training that could allow them to fry people's synapses?
Absolutely. And there are stations that they sit or stand at that enhance their abilities. And this is one of the weapon systems. And those that are trained in remote viewing and remote influencing, I mentioned it's like an anode cathode. One is made out of copper, one is made out of like a stainless steel or another metal. They place their hands on it, and then they focus their minds on a target, and they are able to kill the targets in several different ways, and multiple targets as well. And just like people that use fly drones and kill people now, a lot of these people are lied to about the targets that they're taking out. But yes, that is a very real, but hard to believe technology and weapon system.
Well, you heard it right here. That's all the time we have for this episode. There's a lot more where this came from coming up next time, because you need to know, and we thank you for watching.